Shalom Aleichem, and welcome to Mochen Le'ira Online Smicha. As you can tell, we're sitting outside, Baruch Hashem, in a sort of a shelter, but there's snow all around. So let's discuss a halacha connected to snow. Now, some other times we discussed snow on Shabbos, if you're allowed to walk on snow on Shabbos, because a heavy set guy in the snow will crush it, and the snow will melt. He's causing the snow to become water. And there is a discussion, if the snow falls on Shabbos and it's slippery, could you shovel the snow? Could you throw sand on the snow? That we discussed already another time. Today I want to discuss an interesting shaila that was asked by one of the leading poskim in Eretz Yisrael. And that is, when thieves, when ganavim are looking, Rahman al-Tan, to which house to break in, they look for a house that doesn't look busy, like somebody went on vacation. So that's the first target. So how do they know if there are people in front coming to the house? If they see, especially in the snowy season, if there's footsteps, footmarks around the house, that will keep them away. So here, there's a guy coming home from shul Friday night, Shabbos or Shabbos day, and he realizes that his friend's house, who he knows went out on vacation the yeshiva week, he went on for vacation, and he sees it's clean, beautiful snow. And he's worried that maybe a ganav will walk by. He'll see that it's beautiful snow, and that will be a sign, an easy target. Nobody's here. So the person on Shabbos is thinking, may I walk all over the front of the house and cause footsteps, so to help, to protect, to make a sort of a protection that the ganav should get away from, not look at that direction and go into the house. Is that something that a person's allowed to do on Shabbos? Now, why is it a question? The question is like this. Usually, the reason why you're allowed to walk to shul on Shabbos and crush and walk and step on snow is because you're walking to shul. Your intention is not to make marks. Your intention is not to make any designs. But over here, it's pum farkeret. You're actually going there and stepping there to make a mark. And we know that, forget about the issue I mentioned before about crushing the ice. There's another issue. There's the issue of ksiva. You're not allowed to write on Shabbos. And writing on Shabbos, the halacha of writing really is by letters if you make two letters. But if you just make a design, it's also prohibited on Shabbos. So if a design happens, no. But over here, you can't get around it because you're intending to do it. Is that something that would be a problem in Shabbos? So one of the poskim suggested, but he tried to connect it to another halacha in Hilchos Shabbos. In Siman Shin Lamed Vav Sif Tes, it speaks about a tzinor, a pipe, a gutter that's meant to make the water drop down and flow out of the house. The water got stuffed with leaves, or the water got stuffed with schmutz, and it's a heavy rain. And the rain is getting into the gutter, and it has nowhere to go, so it's splashing all over, and it's even leaking into the house. What could a person do on Shabbos? Is a person allowed to deal with it? Obviously, you're not allowed to fix things with your hand. What could a person do to clean the gutter to make the water flow better? So in Shulchan Aruch, as mentioned before, in Siman Shin Lamed Vav Sif Tes, it says, "Tziner hamekaleach mayim min agag," a pipe, a gutter that usually drips water. Sha'olu by kashim v'asavim tulushim, it got stuck full with leaves or grass, and they're not letting the flow go through. Then mutar lemacham beragloi bitzina. Not in a noisy manner, you could push with your foot, stamp with your foot near the area where it's clogged to loosen it up. Why? Because since he's doing it with his foot, he's doing it with the shinui, and b'makom seid, in a case where there might cause a loss, if you do things in the way of a shinui, it's allowed. So that's the halacha that's about a gutter. So this pasuk in Israel connected that halacha with our situation. He says you have a chash pseida. You have a chash of a ganav coming, and this is a chash pseida. It's even less than the gutter where it's actually leaking into your house. So, okay, and from the other hand, you want to step. He suggested step by switching your right shoe for your left shoe. Put your right shoe on the left foot and the left foot on the right shoe, the left shoe on the right foot, and do the footsteps. So at least you do it b'shinui, and then they do it in a way of b'shinui, but Makom say there's no problem.